Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections, and emails that get the job done, you need to think about more than just grammar and spelling. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling, understandable writing that makes an impact on your reader. Much better. Grammarly works where you work, on your computer or your phone. Imagine what you could do with the secrets of the world's best writers at your fingertips, anytime you need them. Are you ready to give it a try? Installation is simple and free. Visit Grammarly.com today.
If you hate wearing glasses, don't skip this video. Having to wear glasses or contacts day in and day out can be extremely frustrating. But now, each year, millions of people choose to get laser eye surgery to correct their poor eyesight. And here's why. You can achieve 20/20 vision or better. You don't have to waste money on glasses or contacts ever again. Best of all, new technology and financing has made it very affordable. In fact, you may already be eligible for laser eye surgery. You can find out today by clicking the link below the video. It doesn't matter what your current prescription is. Laser eye surgery can successfully correct short-sightedness, long-sightedness, and astigmatism. The technology is revolutionary. No wonder people across the country are choosing to get 20/20 vision with laser eye surgery. The only question you'll ask is, why didn't I do this sooner? Go ahead and click the button below the video to find out if you're eligible today.
SERWAA, Bogatti. trust and we join cry and tinjai.
Atajuna ya mesua me de ko achini yete timo konogo na me di metu ho me ko fa me masa get ni twasini me mvidi be shebro na madwan wan keeper trucks na mtina di be pien kran twemanim crampan boy kaka be di me boto ma go enjoy hey me da case be ko mo de Maserati ne be pick strategy ya emfa he say me swat no be to say that keep the body no when you busy body me di me go kuma na me chichi wani on the teacher man no on you medi order me the car no be mount man how who me the kia no be found.
If you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
I write pretty much all day, every day, and Grammarly makes my writing better.
As a student, I like that it's free.
It actually is correcting everything as I'm writing it.
Grammar errors, spelling errors, and even helps me find the right words to use so I can say what I want to say.
It catches all those embarrassing little mistakes before I hit send.
I downloaded Grammarly around my freshman year because I was just horrible at typing.
Grammarly is like my secret weapon for writing papers.
It's the perfect tool for your resume. You know, you don't want any errors when it's your first impression.
I use Grammarly for important emails, social media posts, which there are a lot of.
I've used every tool out there, and Grammarly is by far the best for improving your writing.
Grammarly is making me a better writer, and it's free.
I would recommend Grammarly if you're a student.
My family.
My peers, my colleagues.
It's like having your own personal proofreader for free.
Download Grammarly for free at Grammarly.com.
For the very first time, a World Expo is being hosted in the Middle East. 192 countries are coming together to showcase their culture and innovations. Expo 2020 will give millions of visitors a chance to experience the UAE's culture through contemporary visual arts, music, craft and design. They will be inspired and amazed, but most importantly, they will be surprised.
We are one for time with this one. Daddy, Luma. This is dedicated to God for you now all around the world. But if you go.
Nasukayo, Anikarai, I adore you. Animafia, I adore. Bravo, Becca, bravo. Bravo, bravo, Becca, bravo. And no guani, bravo.
Everything where we get, me died. It's a breakfast. Sama mi onana, intimate na mi asi Uganda. Me ne uti se Michelle ni Obama. I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, make a be your umbrella. Bring your heart like Mandela. Full security from my mandema. Burner boy be my mandema. Girl, this is you know the problem. Me and you gonna go eh. I love the clear, yeah. Like a cook for the clear, yeah. Remember one day, me and you go to tie the knot day. That day go be a happy day. Honeymoon, party, yeah. Sama mi oranama. Intimate I am as Rosanna. Me know this is Michelle Obama. Obama, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby, I'll be your umbrella, make a be your umbrella, eh? Oh my baby.
Hey, Nadia. Why? How many minutes late now? 36 minutes past 7. And yes, I'm getting to UK time. My late Mofanche, me Mobi Biara Kwaba, but Afia show so you are very welcome on the show. Please, if you join me on Facebook, do share the video for me. And Kwame, I hope your own friend, me co-host. A very, very good evening or good afternoon, good morning to you in Virginia. Very big shout out to you, and shout out to all my fans and my loved ones around the group. And if you actually be voice the couple Fanche, me voice and yet the me voice, you know, and yet the oh, my bro, I'm so tired. If it wasn't like I've got special guests on my show, no. Today I'm coming for a holiday, but but joining me a fast share video, no. I've got special guests. I'm a care. You better to come out for no media OD or I think or charity organization. But the men you say and yeah, I was London and I was UK. Had the news be a pop out, and there was this news that was going on social media. About let me talk a little bit about the bulldog incarnated Shatawale manager or can be before Maho Ghana diaspora woman founder crab kasa marine mechia obebre ebe kasa no entry so hu ya okasa yi kasa I say ma ye kitchen and bedroom nti ne say ye bompaso commodano na ye no aduane so ama memedi. To be honest, so you're in this age, we have such men in. They still have this mentality. We are seeing in Ghana, some women are supporting their husband in businesses near the, and yet kitchen no sadly man look like say this is what we are good at, but we have so much to offer in our community and within the society as well. And also baby, I was a little bit upset about it, whatever, and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna kill myself, my main chile. They say a man will fearness and a rich year way say, and sometimes why some people say whatever to trend. Because everything that you say, every negative thing that you do or say on social media will just give you that little trend now, better trend. I'm a man for and and also one thing now, of course, yes, a might be a how mommy or your baby how say you do much more. It be a parent, it be a be a be a businesses, it be a whatever. To be honest, about an interview, we do much more than some men think we have to, or we that's what we can do, cooking and being in a bedroom. First, what news about China for years ago na Ebola ebaya na Africa it wasn't easy na China for so corona virus and so about UK within the UK say there were 3 cases negative nipa 3 and more testing negative to it and just about by because we don't be bad opinion almost secondary school they sent me and a friend is say letter about whatever I'm saying I don't know I case. And one thing, of course, when sorry about you, I'm serious. Me too, of course, so now one of someone will show a good morning show a holiday. Philip, 27 years of marriage. I was thinking if this happens to be a black person or maybe African man coming out to say yes, I've been in a relationship or marriage for 27 years. I've got other children, but you know what? Like Kim, Papaya, and me again, I can't hide it anymore. And then have their support, the family support, even from the support from the wife and his daughters. So what happened here? And what within your community, ma? One day, sorry, I was doing him. I'm coming out, as a gay because I am, and you've been married for how many years? 27 good years. How are you going to feel? To bet me a journey in na ya can say Budo dear air trendy and South Korea is also a bet award. A very big congratulations to him for making Ghana very proud. Sir, what now we African but say Ghana nearby. Now ni bear Martina for 27 good years. When I would two now about out. And yes, or just Obiake or your Bema or what or a celebrity like ye nimno ewo medium or ye entertainment industry ewo kroma na say be entertainment industry or Ghana na waba out for 27 years no say oh me ye how are you going to feel? We feeling by say what the bema obi ni mobile there what are you going to do? Are you going to have the love to support him? And I say bet me I encourage now you've been there for him to be himself. And I say whatever be an ABC and some the doors so join me share and then me see more guests out me no what ama wa say the budget come on so yeah and you be na dwumadi a wodi e fama ho especially in cry children who are being abused, sexually abused, physical abuse any idea so we're going to talk about that one as well. And join me in social media would you to say ma yen to say the budo beka the etimi ya see about bedroom and the kitchen or kind I just don't want to because the more you play this video the more upset I become and I just don't want to play the video again. I think it was trending and most of us maybe I'm on for where boiling up. Obi Krasi and Asma idea. Even including the Mema Bibi were very upset about whatever he said because it wasn't on. Until Betty Mrs. Afre, now watch the wide journey. I found no watch the wide journey. As a banner says a Bema, say or husband or wife will just tell you one day, say, you know what, I'm coming out as a gay, or I'm a gay. But your wife was 27 years. How are you going to feel? At the end, I'll be feeling. Feelings, baby, say, nah, also so Betty me actually watching. Yes, I'm late, but please, the video is very important. Do share, don't just watch, do share the video. And come in like last week near you now. Yenya, Dofo, Antedana Mechiao. Mommy Mechiao, baby, also so afraid. You won't come about, and cry, will be a chill. Papa, 47 years, a chill, Mobasano. You can't want him. Until we were so Betty me aka stories to ya make one him bia. Budo the other by a Maya dear, a kitchen, any bedroom, any Philip. So Scofield, so coming up for after 27 years of marriage as a gay. What do you bear now? You know, who's our shame Alice Mitchell. But so Johnny and I share video. No, you can call bet me up a studio number. No, I will screen him. And now say, Medi Tuja, also bet me afraid. Say dream maybe we have to be honest to ourselves. Yes, we no could hear our people that you love, but yes, you have to come out and be strong and be honest to yourself and come out. Say but at the same time, no, heal you as a person. And the studio numbers now out there 0208 13322 Okay, studio numbers again 0208 1332257 or 0208. I don't know, I made a mistake. My brain, I've told you guys I'm tired. So let me just give the studio number once again. 0208 yes 1332257 or 0208 1332258. If you are in USA or Canada, you can call on 001 718 3032737. Na yanchon komo na ajwa wa so Eugene mete onka ache bro ma mente onka ma me fa me guest name bro so na yanchon komo mama Mama Kwaba, I don't know if you speak Chi or whichever language. For me, my listeners that they do understand any language except French and okay. So like I said, I've got beautiful Amma here with me today. My name is Chuchun Komoso. We know a very beautiful, cute girl. My name the Oye. My name so quite sorry was Trinity Baptist because we met was not long ago, so we had a chat, and she's supposed to be on the show very long time ago. Yeah, time tina the yango poadrum. What did not babeka me sa studio ne babe chuchen komo kakra. But main topics in so you can call in and then have your say about what we are discussing, and that's what I was discussing. But I'm also so having the same komo kakra about your Ghana community mu UK has say. When are a very young lady. Emma, you are very welcome on the Afia show.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you speak to your or English.
A lot of English and a bit of Chi.
Okay.
I can speak the Chi, but maybe I'm not making a mistake.
That doesn't matter.
Because of some of it's much more easier to say some of the things that I do or we do as an organization in English.
It's okay.
Making mistakes and saying them in Chi.
For me, I do speak English, but I always make mistakes because, like I said, English is our first language.
That's right.
We know what happened. I was reading on the news yesterday. There was something that was in the news. There was a test, I think, GCSE, whatever, came out. And then the native English speakers, didn't do well. There are no more. English is even their second language also. So it is what it is. And Chi, what kind of crying? Akwaba, yes, we've had the chat before. I know you have is a charity foundation that is organization. and the name is Amake. That's all I know.
Amake is okay.
That's what I know for now. I know you sent me this, but I couldn't bother to read. And so you have to sell it out to our listeners. What you do, you as a person, if you can give us a little bit background where you're coming from, why you choose to, to have this organization and what you do as organization.
Okay. Great. So can I just say thank you so much for
that's okay.
having us. I always say us because I'm with my team.
Okay, right.
Now, so thanks so much for having us.
Thank you for coming as well.
And I think it was just really nice meeting you the first time we met a few months back.
Yes.
Yes, and then you haven't been very hesitant typing out on the show. So thank you. So let me tell a little bit about what Amake is, what we do, and what we have been doing for almost 2.5 years.
Oh wow!
3 years. God willing, in July.
Okay.
So AMACARES is an organization that advocates against child sexual abuse. And in the last 2.5 years now, I've been going to Ghana. We've been doing a lot of workshops in the schools, raising awareness on the issues of child sexual abuse.
Okay.
Now we exist to change community perceptions, especially here in Europe, among the African BME community, because anything that happens back home, we tend to bring it back here.
Okay,
what
right.
do I mean by that? So there is that stereotype of it has happened in the family. You don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it. We do that much. Yes.
It is this family's name. You can't mess up their scientists. Their Sari's name out there. Or my family name is the BATCHO name. You can't mess that one out there. So you got to be quiet. Or your uncle.
So you have to deal with the inside and
exactly. So anything of such is swept under the carpet. Now back home, when we go to the schools to raise awareness. So we exist to change community perceptions, and we do that by raising awareness, by raising funding also to help reduce the problem.
Okay.
So we've traveled a lot to schools. We've done about 25 to 26 workshops in Ashanti region.
Oh wow, that's lovely.
For the last 2 years, and then just recently, just my recent trip in December, we did workshops in Accra.
Okay.
And we cluster of schools and the SDA Laboni school. So the whole point of us having to do this is that we really want to educate our children, because we believe that, or I personally believe that the child out there could be my younger sister. My younger sister is like in her mid-30s, so she is not that young. But imagine I have a young sister.
Oh, okay, so if your younger sister, I was thinking I'm just talking to 18-year-old, maybe 20s. So if your younger sister is mid-20s or mid-30s?
Okay, we never said that.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I see those children as they could be my younger sister, my niece, my nephew, or anybody out there. Yeah. And what really drove AMACARES, or what really gives me the drive every day, is the fact that I've been a victim before.
Oh right.
So AMACARES was birthed out of
what you've been through,
personal experience. And now I wasn't front about being able to speak out really quickly about it. So 3 years ago, I went to Ghana, and then I made friends really quickly after many years of not being in Ghana. And it really saddened my heart that just the few people I sat with on the table could testify that they've been victims. And I'm like, so what are you girls doing about it?
You can't do nothing about it. Just like you are saying, when it happens, like when you talk about BATCHO, I don't know how many years you've been here in the UK. There are certain things that it's not taboo, but we don't talk about it. And even if it happens and you want to say something to your parents, then the victim become offender.
Yeah.
So why do I have to go and say somebody put their finger there or maybe raped me or something like that? I won't say nothing because
that's the thing though, because one thing that we stand for is that it's a problem and we are all supposed to rise up and do something about it.
Okay.
I think every time we've had opportunity to be interviewed, we've always said that imagine we have 1 million homes, and out of that 1 million homes, one person said, you know what, I'm going to be an advocate. It's not like just go out and do anything crazy, but I'm going to help to make noise and break the silence. So imagine we have one person in each family, and sometimes a family has about 10 people. I have about 6 siblings. So imagine in a family of 6, one person comes out. In a family of 10, one person comes out. We'll end up having 1 million people
talking about
who rise up to make noise. And remember, when there's a problem and it's small, and you don't do anything about it, it remains like that.
Yeah.
But when you make noise about it,
and people become aware of what's going on.
Yeah. So it's all about making the problem big and then getting solution to it. So what we exist for is not, okay, this is happening, let's run and go and get solution for it. We exist to just make noise, as much noise as we can. We have had opportunities where we've signpost children that we've worked with that have gone through that and they feel that it has affected them mentally. We've had opportunity to signpost them to therapies that are working with them.
Oh, right.
And with the workshops that we do, we don't just go, because we don't believe, when I had an intent to want her to start something like this, I didn't believe there was a case of let's go to school, girl power, boy power. No,
it wasn't
I
like,
don't believe in that. No, I just think it's a bit of a cliche to just go and be saying women empowerment, let's run around. No. I believe
we have to empower women, because we've been like you said, we've been under the shade for so long.
I get it,
but what you are saying is very true. Talking about, is it just girls sexual abuse or sexual abuse in general among youngsters, or is it just girls because maybe girls' experience is more than boys, or is it something that you're thinking about? Okay, maybe nowadays we have young boys that have been through a lot, you know, being raped as well. So is it?
We educate both boys and girls.
Okay, right.
Yes. When we first started, it was, oh, let's just do girls. Because you know, when you're a girl, you think, oh my goodness, like it's
the one going through a lot. But anyway, when you check,
the percentage is very small.
The percentage is
88% of girls.
Being abused. Yes.
Yeah, and then with the recent workshop that we did, with the survey, because in every workshop we do surveys. With the recent workshop that we did.
Oh, you kidding me? Emma, you have to start all over again.
Okay, because you said you sent you messages.
Before you start, how can I start?
Oh gosh.
Are we live?
We are live, but you know what I did? I didn't tell your.
I need to put this on Amake's Facebook page.
Yes.
How do I do that?
Oh.
We are live. We are live. You share. You go on Starr Radio and then you share. And then please, if you are watching, share. Rosalie Mahusa also. Kingsley Nana 24 share the video. That was exactly that we were discussing. It was last week about 2 girls that got abused, sexual abuse by a 43-year man in Manchester. And it is something that we spoke about it. I made a mistake. Your speaker wasn't on. So whatever you said, people didn't hear you. That's why I know the view was going down. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you guys should forgive me. I know I've told you guys, I've been running around like a crazy person. I have to be here and there and there. So I'm so tired. If it wasn't Amma, I wouldn't be here today or this evening. So because I had her on the interview, I was like, if I don't come, it would be like, Afia, you're not being honest. So please forgive my manners. We have to start all over again. What you do this time, everybody's going to hear you. My boss was sending a message, but I didn't check the message. So forgive us, please. Amma is going to go all over again to talk about Amma Care. Amma, but first you have to say something a little bit more about yourself. You have to know your background, what eager you to start this organization as well. So, over to you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Okay, so
you have to start.
Let's start all over again.
I'm telling you. Imagine you are doing exams and you have to rewrite it. Oh Jesus!
Anyway, thank you so much for having me. Having myself and the organization here in your studio today.
You're very welcome.
So let me tell a little bit about Amake's, what really informed the decision to run the organization and why we are here, where we are today as well. So Amake's is an organization that advocates against child sexual abuse.
Okay.
We do this by educating children. We also educate parents. I think I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yes, I was about to ask that as well.
So we do this by educating parents and children, or maybe the communities, about the seriousness of child abuse, the consequences it can have on a child, the importance of parents telling their children, A is A. This is my breast, it's my breast. This is a different name. Don't change it. So we do that by educating our community and the students as well. Now, a little bit background story about what really informed Amakes is the fact that I have been a victim myself. I've been a victim of child abuse and rape.
Oh wow!
And I came across a number of women that have also been through that, and they couldn't speak out. So instead of being angry and thinking, do you know what, let me call the beast all sorts of names, I thought, you know what, why don't we turn this negative energy into something positive? Bear in mind, Afia, it's not anyone who can do this.
No, it's not.
It's not everybody who is born to be. Because every day I wake up, I learn something a little bit positive to have the energy to open up. Every day I wake up, I get a little bit of strength to share my story. So based on my story, I thought, let's do something about it. I didn't understand. I spoke to a number of people. So 3 years ago, actually, as I was saying earlier on, I went to Ghana. So out of conversation, I realized that the few ladies that were sitting on my table,
it's not just you,
could just testify. And that even got me more angry. And they were very relaxed. Oh yeah, it's happened to me. And I'm so, what are you guys doing about it? Well, nothing. I was like, well, we need to do something. So we started an online campaign.
Okay.
And then from there, just when I came back after, I think it didn't take long, and I came back because I was in Ghana for like 6 months. And then just when I came back after 6 months, I found myself back again in Ghana. And we did about 12 workshops in Ashanti region before I came back. So that's a little bit of a background with Amakes. We've been existent for almost 3 years. And it will be 3 years, God willing, in July.
In July.
Yeah.
Okay. So you coming out as maybe someone who's been a victim, where your parents are aware of what you went through, or maybe you heard it from them?
No, it's not a matter of hiding it, but
so what happened? Did whatever happened to you happen here in the UK or in Ghana, back home in Ghana?
Do I really have to go into that?
Not just a little bit. Like when I was coming, I didn't know. I know, we've got so many people that will maybe, like you said, try to educate people. Not necessarily you being a victim, but sometimes it could be a friend, or it could be like, this is what is going on within the society. You just want to talk about it. And something just clicked in my mind. I was like, within the Ghana community, they point fingers on you. They always blame the victim.
Yeah.
But when you go, someone like Oprah Winfrey, very influential person, rich and famous, when you type something about Oprah, then you get to see the story. It's out there.
Yeah.
She was raped. She didn't hide it. Okay, even though I'm famous now, I can get everything behind my back. I can get, cancel whatever I need to get for myself.
Yeah.
But this is the story. It's just, like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, it wasn't like, I'm just trying to force you to say something.
Oh, no.
But I just want you to know what you got, and you are telling me. I never know, to see, okay, someone like you have been through that. And you never know if I've been through that or not.
Yeah.
I've been through that or not.
Afia, can I just say that it's just been on, I think even on a Henry show back in Ghana when I was on Standpoint, just the way I've been super open up with you here, I just really, I spoke about my experiences and everything like that, but it wasn't that straightforward. So it tells you that these things don't just, it takes time.
It takes time
to get to that level where you can comfortably do it, open up clearly. Remember that every day is a healing process. Now, for some of us, the healing process becomes energy into the work that we do. So, for instance, we've started workshops here in the UK. We started in November. We have workshops coming in 2 weeks in Wallingham.
You were telling me about.
And then we have another one coming in Wallingham in March. And then we have workshops. Workshops happening in Ghana next week. So every day, every little strength that I get, it's all about, okay, team, what can we do today? Have we been to this school? I think let's go and do a bit of background check with this school. What are the issues there? So it would get to the point where I'll be very well comfortable within myself to probably write a book, which of course I have started and everything, and then just make things a lot more open. But when I share a bit of the story like it is to let somebody out there know that, listen, you are not alone.
You are not, yes.
There's been times when, I've gone through that stage of depression, suicidal and all of that. I've been through all of that. Now, when I look back, I'm thinking, why should we allow our children so innocent back home or even here among the African BME community to go through the same thing with our parents or their guardians not realizing the mental implication that it can have on them even for the rest of their lives. I've met a woman, she's been married for about more than 20 years. She's been a victim. As I speak to you now, even until today, she still looks back and cringing herself to it.
Yeah, one thing people doesn't realize, whatever happens to you, there's a saying you can forgive, but you can't forget.
No,
so the memory is still there.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you, that's the show that I did last week. 6-year-old and 5-year-old girl got kind of raped. It was
That's
a whole
defilement.
lot.
That is defilement.
It was a whole lot, showing them, the person. It was even showing them porn and stuff. So, like you said, I have to speak to my girls. I've got 2 girls as well. I have to speak to them about it.
You should even bring them to the program. It's
And
just
then
2 hours.
I realized I was talking to my elders about adult movie. And then she said, oh, Mommy, I know about it because when we were in year 6, yes, I have to sign it. They got to tell them a whole lot of, even if somebody show you something like that, it's form of,
it's an abuse.
It's abuse, sexual abuse.
Yeah,
so you have to report. And I was telling them a whole lot. Like you said, we need that education. And you said something about educating, especially African or Ghanaian parents.
Let's just say, African BME community or parent. Because if we say Ghanaian, then we're living out the rest of the continent. So let's just say the African BME
so
community.
when you go to Ghana and you do those workshops with the youngsters and their parents, what are the comments you've come across, from the parents? Because most of them, you want to talk about it. You want somebody to share. So you rather share that story, that ugly story. Being a victim of maybe rape or sexually harassment, whatever, sexual abuse or something, to a friend who doesn't have a clue what to do. But your parents are there, you can't even talk to them. So what are their motives? Why are they like, even if you say something, okay, you can't talk about, this is very shameful act. But why is the victim always kind of being blamed for something that's happening to?
Well, that's the bad conception or the misconception that we've had, growing up. So I was speaking with a young mother once, and it's like, if we can't educate ourselves now, bear in mind that what our parents know were the things that their parents taught them. So when we, the young parents, are not well acquainted about certain things, we are only going to be working with the knowledge that our parents have given us. And thank God for education, and thank God that a lot of things are out there for us to actually read and learn about and get going. Now, when we've done works with parents back home, it's been eye-opening for them because they're like, oh. There's some. I remember a group of women we were speaking with. I said, no, mommy, this is where the problem is, because you need to teach the child his or her body part, and you tell the child, we
touch it
and offer and touch it, daddy and touch it, offer family friend and touch it. Do you know what? About 90% of abusers, we know
it's within the family.
Yeah, we know the perpetrators.
Yes.
Out of that, about 60% are family friends. Those are the ones we call uncle, auntie,
Yes.
Yes. About 20% are real members, and just 10% are strangers. Do you know why? Because we tell our children, you don't go to a stranger. You don't eat from a stranger.
I had a video and I was just saying that with a stranger.
Exactly. So it's the family friends that are really doing it. So the child can't, but mom is so major. The child subconsciously thinks, okay, I'm being liked, I feel very special, and then the next minute the man is like that. The next minute
we had like I said, that's a show that I did. It was last week, and I had a caller, very my own sister that I respect a lot, call in and then say something, and I used to, it's not like I just joke about it, like we used to have somebody who was a family friend who come to, Ghana, everybody's akraboni. So when you do something, and my auntie will call this person, oh, come and talk to your officer for the blah 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 blah. This man will come. We just grab us, like put on his lap, and then you feel like there's something there that, like, you can't say nothing. My auntie will be sitting there, maybe next to him, and then without not having any kind of idea what's going on.
That's the issue.
So realize, we have to save ourselves. If we don't save ourselves, something bad is going to happen. So when we see, me and my cat, we just decided to run. But anytime he comes around, then we run away.
You run away, yeah.
So, and then me growing up, and then, like you said, little bit of any abuse have impact on your life. Yeah. And we don't realize that.
No, we don't.
And when I see my children getting close to, even people that have to have a little bit
you get
trust,
protective of them.
Yes, you get a bit panic. Because you've been through it. You just don't want it to happen to your children as well. So, like you are saying, it's like we get to know. They didn't know much, and they think, oh, sometimes it won't even go to court, no matter how serious the issue is. They was, okay, let's settle everything in the house, or maybe pay some money, and that's it. Yeah. And the poor child grows and become whatever they have to become. So I think it's very good initiative. Do you have any support from the government or from as organization? How do you get your resources and everything?
We actually don't have support. We've been working from our own pockets to get the work going, because we believe so much in the vision that we've been running. So just about a month ago, we came up with an idea of personalized bracelets with the name of the organization on it. And then we sell that to help promote the work that we do. But we're hoping that as we carry on doing the work, as we carry on raising awareness among the students and the schools and parents, we can draw the attention of the leaders who will be able to come in and help. But I believe in one thing: if you have a vision, you don't need to have it all to start. You can start with a penny, you can start with 10 cities, you can start with 20 cities. It is the heart that matters. Just get going, and somebody will help you on the way.
So what might be like I wanted to dig a little bit about your personal issue about this incidents, child abuse or child sexual abuse. But I asked you because you just brush it off. I wanted to know, did it happen here or back home in Ghana? Because I think one thing we don't realize, like you were saying, a lot of those people are just people that we call them, we are very familiar with, we call them uncles and aunties, whatever their name are. Percentage, it happens much in Ghana, and we as Ghanaians, do you think we trust too much? Like,
I think we do.
Have this perception about people, if is like maybe a bit crazy. But if somebody is dressed very well.
Then we think the person is all good and things.
And especially pastor, being a pastor.
Well, do you know what? When we go to the schools and we educate the children, remember the platform that we create as Amakers is a platform to educate. Nothing more than that. So we go to the schools with doctors. We go to the schools with a therapist. We go to the school with sometimes with somebody from the education service. Girls education service who can also come and speak to the children. We also work very closely with DOFSU, and we also work very closely with self-defense personnel. Now, I've always been saying that if I had some skills and techniques, I wouldn't have become a victim, because then I'll know how to defend myself. I'll know how to defend myself so that I don't become a victim or a prey of abuse or anything like that. However, in all said, I'm not saying this is a good thing to happen to anyone, because I still have my days in terms of trauma and things like that. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't even had a thought of saying, you know what, let's educate children and things like that. So we go to the schools and we teach the children about exactly what we're talking about. Somebody sitting on somebody even buying gift for you that you've not even asked for, or the person just calling you my sweetheart, and all of that. You need to be careful, and then we tend to trust a lot, like we're saying, because this uncle comes and drives very nicely, a nice car, he's working somewhere, he's a family friend, but we've been told as growing up children, oh, this is your uncle. Exactly, because it's the fathers, it's the friends, father's son and whatever, and because maybe your dad stood in for their marriage or something, they think that this person is part of the family. And we genuine people, we genuinely open our hearts to people, which is very dangerous, especially where our children, both boys and girls, are being abused. So yeah, we do trust that. We do trust people a lot. When I go home and I see my nephew or niece being on their own, I panic. And then my sister go like, "Why are you panicking? They okay?" I said, "No, they can't be okay." It's like you become very
paranoid or something.
Paranoid and conscious, and you just want to build out this kind of wall around them to preserve and protect them. Because for you, once you've been through that, everybody out there,
kind of,
you just need to be careful.
Yeah.
So these things are there are issues out there. Yeah.
So how old were you when you were?
I know you're still trying to probe and
no, just I just want to know. Like we are Ghanaians, and there are certain things like like you're saying, we need more education on.
Yeah.
And there's certain things we don't even take it serious. We think, like me, full grown up woman, say if someone has maybe raped me, will be like, that will be a laughing story. Like, oh, the engineer raped and so the one you know. So we're talking about young girls, so children being abused, sexually abused. But what about full grown up woman like me, somebody coming in, forcing me into something that I'm not willing to do?
When it comes to full grown pics, remember when we're talking about children.
I'm just saying this because we make fun of it. That's why I'm just asking about the age, because maybe you've been 18 years or
18 years. You're an adult. You're not a child.
You are not.
No.
But it still have. It still could have impact on yourself.
Of course.
I had this. I was reading this news. This girl from here, British girl, went somewhere in Spain for holidays, got raped.
Yeah, the gang rape issue.
Yes, and then she hanged herself because she feel like I didn't get the justice for it. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. So why not? Why shouldn't I take my own life? So one thing I wanted to know, maybe your age, when you were a child, and something happens to you, then you can feel sorry for, but at the same time, the same thing can happen to full grown up woman, and then they can't even handle it properly because everybody is different, and it can have much impact on them. So I know it's about children, but how old were you?
So I'll come to the age and things like that, but I just need to make something a bit more clear right here.
Yes, is
that sexual abuse is not just that physical contact or the sexual contact the person has with the child or anything like that. We always tell the children, sexual abuse is any sexual advancement, or even the words that you tell the child, even showing the child a picture alone. You have abused that child sexually, because that's not the child's
it's not within their circle anyway.
Exactly.
So you may be using
mine, as young as I was, there wasn't a physical contact. But there was that advances, coming closer to want to kiss, moving away and all of that, or pushing the person away and things like that. Okay, but like I said, rape is only when the person is from 18 years and above. But anyone that is below 18 is a child. So that should give you, so that should tell you that I was above 18 years when rape happened, and I was below 18 years when child abuse happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still not going there. Okay, right. And we were just saying something
remember that, like I said before, I mean, Oprah Winfrey can come out, and I mean, there are a lot of people that have come out. They've come out, they've shared your story, but it didn't just happen
it took a while.
It
took a while, because even going through rape cases and everything, as in maybe sometimes you just have these footballers. It's at some point this offender is about even to death, to near to their grave, and then you have people coming out. I was a child. He does or she does this to me. Blah 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 blah. It happens everywhere. And like I always say, if I was back home, was here in the UK, there's so many people that we might even send into prison because for the crime that they committed.
But the thing is, Afia, a lot of people Well, they always say that lack of knowledge my people perish. A lot of people don't even know it. Do you know what? You know, we don't only educate children in primary school or GHS school, we go to the secondary schools as well. And I remember after one of the workshops we did in September, a guy was saying that this is really opened his eyes, because he was like, I'm not going to date children, I'm not going to go out with a 16-year-old child, because he was saying that his girlfriend is 16 and he's like 20 or 21. So I'm like, just so you know, according to the law of the land, which is where I was standing in Ghana, when you are being caught, because even when the child says, yes, come and do it, and you get caught, you've abused the child, you go straight in prison, minimum of 5, maximum of 25. So the thing is that we need a lot of education, because these people don't even know. They don't even know that what they are doing. Some don't even know that what they are doing, because they see a child 16-year-old, big boobs, big body blast, they want to touch and things like that. And sometimes the child don't even have any of that, they still want to touch. And some people are just full of wickedness.
Remember, some of our parents gave birth to us when they were 70 years and they were still underage anyway, isn't it?
A girl once told me something of that happened to her. She spoke to the mom, and the mom goes, oh, but I haven't died, it's happened to you, so what?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, you know, child abuse. Some cultures allow children as young as 10, 11, 12, you know, go to marry because it's their culture. What do you think about that? Because you've been somebody who like you have you've done your background check and you know what's going on, and you've been here, you know, you can only get married maybe when you're 18 years and above. If you're 17 years and you still want to get married, then somebody have to come say like you know, you know, you have that go ahead. But a child has 12 years in the name of maybe religion have to go in as a bride.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like I've just said, anyone that is below 18 is a child. So we are not at a place where we support child marriages. When we work with children, we really have to name some of what makes a child, you know, I mean, some of the instances that would identify you or classify you as a child, and anything that classifies you as you being sexually abused. So we talk about things like child marriages. I mean, it shouldn't happen. We also talk about, you know, defilement. We talk about harassment and all of that. So personally, for us as an organization, we stand against things like that, because, and also we don't see why a child should go through that horrendous experience as a full-grown man. This child is like 13, 11, 14. The child is not even fully developed. Nothing of the child is fully developed. But you have a full-grown man who will just take this child as a wife and marry that child. We really stand against that. However, I've always said to my team, we need to start, or we need to work from somewhere. You don't just work and all of a sudden you jump in and throw your feet into everything. No. You need to work. We need to work from somewhere, build a solid ground, and then keep building on that slowly to keep going. Remember one thing we said? We are here to make noise, raise awareness. So wherever the noise will go, wherever town, wherever tribe it will go, we are very confident that it will make that difference. But it will take time. I've always said, when I was on KSM, I was saying that it's not, we are not here to say we are here to stop everything. No,
you can't.
People have already started making the noise. Some even starting after 6 months, they stopped. Because it can be very discouraging. You need a lot of money to do this, and people hardly want to rise up and support initiatives like this. It's only a few people that think, do you know what, this is a good initiative. And it's because a lot of people now are coming out to speak. They think, oh wow, this is something really important. This is really good. When we go to the schools, the headmasters are thanking us for coming, because they were like, we need educations of such in the schools. Now, I always say that we are not here to stop it. We can't even eradicate it. But remember what we stand for: change community perceptions, raise awareness to reduce the problem. So for instance, in a year, if we have about 1 million children that get sexually abused, if we can make a lot of noise in a year, and maybe after the 1 million child, one person is not abused, we thank God for that.
Yes.
So we always say that we've been sent for one person. We can speak to a lot of people, but we can make an impact in one person. So by the time we are also working and then fading out slowly, there will be a different set of generation that would also take the baton, and slowly, maybe in the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 15 years, we may begin to see the difference. And then the total number of children that are being abused would also reduce. So that means that that child is not going to grow up having a lot of post-traumatic disorders. They will not be feeling suicidal. They will not want to think, do you know what, this is happening to me, but this man is saying, no, I never did that. And they'll go and hang themselves and kill and commit suicide. So the little we can do, we are very confident that it will make a difference in one way or the other.
And maybe at the same time, you know, a lot of children will have the courage, just in case
to break the silence,
and then they can't speak to their parents about it.
Yeah.
Yes, too. Parents will have the knowledge about how serious that issue is. Maybe even somebody touching your child, and they're still thinking, why, you know.
We tell parents, listen, you can teach your child everything about the body parts at home. Now you tell the child, if anything happens, if anybody touches this part of your body, that part of your body inappropriately, when we are in the circle of people, you can't just come and say, Mommy, Uncle Kofi touched my breast or something. No, you can have a coded word just for the outside, so that there is some sort of discreet among your conversation. But in the house, come on. Don't. The last time we had at work, a woman was telling me how they tell a boy, that the child's penis is his little knee. I'm like, seriously, how?
Not just, you know, when it comes to naming our private parts, even white people do every kind of every culture. You just want your child to grow a little bit, to have. I don't know. For
my niece and nephew could mention their body part when they were like 2 years. I remember one day I was bathing my nephew, who was only 4, and I accidentally touched this guy. Oh my god, because we've told them from the age of 2, 3,
they have to know.
Anyone, mommy, daddy, whoever they are, touches you inappropriately, you mention it, the person goes straight to prison. So I even forgot that there was this kind of education. So I finished bathing this child, just creaming him and everything. And then before I realized, he's turned himself like this, angry at me. I was like, come on, what's the matter? But you've just touched me. I was like, oh my goodness. That was an accident. But when they are outside, they have names for these things. They don't come out when we are sitting in front of people and be like, oh, this thing is... No, they have names for it, and we all understand the name. So it's okay to have a name that you use outside.
Yes, okay.
And then have a name that... So the child is confident to be able to break the silence. And one thing we do is we raise our awareness to break the silence. So our slogan is speak out. So when we say Amakes, we say speak out.
Okay, Amakes, speak out. Rose, I'm sorry for Papa Serwah. Hello, Shelly. BATCHO, time now. Afia show. And then I come from me, I've got Amma here, and we're just discussing about child abuse, and we're just talking about child abuse is very broad. We're talking about child sexually abuse, which most of was it last week we're having a show, and Kwame did mention almost every girl in Ghana have been abused, and it kind of almost, especially if we're living in compound house, more likely. But you got to the brother, and this is the culture that we've grown from. Everybody, you have to give them respect. Everybody's a brother. Everybody, when they are older than you, you have to call them brother. And like me, I work with children. They mention my name, Jennifer, and then I'm okay with it. When they come within the Ghana community and South Africa, oh, don't call her Jennifer, call her auntie. No, it's not right, because if I do something to her, then auntie who? The child might not know my real name, because he or she is calling me auntie. So when he mentioned auntie who? And for you as a parent, you might not even know it's me, because auntie is supposed to be somebody who is related to you. So let them, I'm okay with it. Let them call me Jennifer, that's my name. So just in case I do something to them, they say Jennifer, okay, they can call and then add the Jennifer to it. And that's exactly what my neighbors used to. I've got a white neighbor. And because the way we treat our children, we think it's a respectful way. So when this mischievous girl came to my house, calling me Jennifer, my children don't want to have it. No. You can't call my mom. You need to call my mom. I said, it's fine. She can call me auntie. It's different. We you know, it's diverse, but we are different. They were trying to call my friend Auntie Natalie. No. Don't call. This is a white woman. Don't call me. Call me Natalie. I'm sorry. So you see where we come in from. We think it's a push off, maybe being respectful. But at the same time, like we said, everybody comes in a house is uncle, and sometimes the children might not know their real name. So when something happens to them, they can't even say who, unless maybe you show a picture or something or describe to them. What should we go ahead, you know, with our culture, be respectful. Mention a name is not disrespect, but within our culture, it is. So if you're older than me and I say Amma, I don't know, man for Buama.
Do you know what? It's so funny because I remember when I was growing up, I wouldn't let anyone call me Amma. I was like, Amma, no, just call me Benedicta. Or Benny and things like that. But just when we started doing this work, everyone calls me Amma. But like you said, yes, let's maintain our culture, which is we are rich in culture, respectful and everything. But there's nothing wrong saying that I'm Amma, Auntie Amma, or Uncle Kwesi or Uncle Kwejo than just saying uncle. So when anything happens to the child is able to say, oh, Uncle Eko, NAEC, and as Uncle Eko Fremi. Last 2 years, we went to Ghana, and a 9-year-old child died because they lived on compound house, just as she's saying. And they went to the same church. I'm not going to mention the church or anything like that. And then
is it your church? Is it your?
Oh, definitely
your
not.
Church.
Definitely.
Why your church? Nobody can do.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. Nobody's a saint.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying that.
There is a little sin in every saint.
Of course, there is something, and obviously, no one would know what somebody is doing or somebody has gone through anything like that until they open up.
Okay, yes.
Nobody knew what I went through until Amake started having names. Because usually when I was doing Amake, it was more like, oh, let me just go do work. Come, let's do workshops here. And then slowly people are beginning to know and hear. And then that means that you need to now share your story, and even at church and things like that. And funny enough, it's been so helpful that we've got people coming out and say, oh my goodness, if you can say this, how did you manage to do that? I've been through this, I've been through that, I've been through abuse.
I had a young girl, was it last 2 years I interviewed, I didn't have a chance to have him here. It happens to her here, and like we are saying, it was a family friend. And like when we talk about, you know, sexual abuse in any form, especially when the child trusts the person so much, it can take a whole of their lifetime before they realize. And sometimes because you're a child, you don't know certain things are very wrong for you to do. I quite remember we were talking about maybe pornography, and I realized the age there was this man that was living in our house, my grandpa's house, and he used to call. I don't know how old I was, but we just sit in the house watching porn. Didn't know,
because you didn't.
I didn't know there wasn't anything wrong with it, or maybe we shouldn't watch, but we just watch. Just call us, and then we watch all sort of, But I didn't know anything about like the impact, or is it okay for me to watch or not? I just go in and watch like I was watching a movie. So sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, this is where the education comes in. Because this is where me as a parent, I should be able to tell my child. And for Nibi say, when we went to schools, we teach them this thing. The problem because you are growing, your body is what? Your body is growing. Nobody in this world started growing and never fell. Even as a grown-up person, you have. We had. Was it Russia or Italy? We had a 10-year-old boy, 13-year-old girl got pregnant. So we tell them, listen, your body is growing. I mean, you have feelings, you have all of these. However, as a young guy,
or as a young girl, you don't need to work this because you could have any problem a bit more. And then when it does and you are caught, the law will deal with you. So until we parents have to be bold enough to teach our children, say, oh, see, ama pictures way there and 4 pictures and and I know sometimes when we tell parents that it is so important that you have a good relationship with your children, because when you have a good relationship with your children and you know the friends of your children, it was like an eye-opening for them. Oh my goodness, because we wake up, we just want to go and sell and come home, cooks. And then,
as long as they are fair,
exactly.
That's okay.
We forget our children. We even forget the friends that we forget the people who are our children's friends. But when you have a good rapport with your child, it makes it easier to teach them certain things. You're not going to wait for somebody outside to teach them. We get emails from parents that go, oh, thank you so much for teaching my children things I can't even tell them.
So what do you think the issue is? Like, is it our upbringing?
That's what I'm saying. That you remember that what our parents know will be the knowledge that was passed on to them from their parents, and their parents passed the knowledge that our great grandparents had and things like that. But today, if we know the truth and we know that this is what we need to do to shape our mentalities and then the mentality of our children. Remember, every seed we sow into whatever we're doing today, we may not see the impact today. But give it 5 years, give it 10 years, give it 20 years, we will begin to see the impact in that. So it is important that we parents are friends with our children. It is important that we are able to share certain things with our children so that they are able to come to us and share things to us. To know the friends of our children as well, and also tell them that, like you say, watch the porn. Yeah, we didn't think there was anything wrong with it. We sat down, we watched, we thought there was a movie going on and things like that. But it's only when you start growing, you be thinking, oh,
yes, yes.
And then the other scary part is when you leave your child in the care of a family friend or something, and then by the time you come back, they turn that thing on for your child to be watching. Your child is just sitting there innocently watching, but you have entrusted them in the hands of that family friend or of that uncle or something. So that is also that fear, and that. So we just have to we need to know our children enough. We need to trust our children enough so that when they come and speak to us, we don't shut them down. We don't say, "Kawanu to me, come and see," and I say, "See a crying today." And I say, "Benya ofanako no mo omenye sikanka kra ne ye hwane onkika." So be quiet about it. So we need to also know that. So it just requires a lot of education out there for parents and then for children as well.
I was saying something about this young girl, like beginning whatever was going on. She didn't know it was very wrong for the person to do. She didn't feel like it's wrong for you to do this or to tell me this, like you said. And we were saying something about sexual abuse doesn't mean having the intercourse with a child. Or maybe, like I said, watching porn or whatever. But it's kind of, even speaking, the words
that you... buttocks, they look lovely. You're a full grown man. Why are you looking at me in a sexual way for? You've abused me. Why are you telling me to send in naked pictures of myself? Or why are you telling me that, oh, you have sexually abused me as a child because you should not be feeding. And one thing I was going to say, these grown-ups coerce the children into it. So, if you're you're a good girl, you know. Oh, yeah, dear pa, you're a good girl. No, I'm more once today, I'm more tough and all of that. Or if you're so you're a very good girl, but me power semper. So they coerce them into it. By the time I do a pemper so the child no fools that dear in head be depends no head or twaso. And no subconsciously, but the time I realizing that Papa na started messing it up in a very wrong way. I have a very good friend of mine, and the only reason she became active at the age of 13, she became very active because a full-grown man introduced her to things like that. A full-grown man, and that happened for 2 years, and mom never knew about it. because mom never paid attention. Mom always think, oh, let me go to work, let me build a house, let me do this. So
Was
all
it
mom was
here
thinking
in
about
the UK?
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about a girl who got killed.
Yeah, because
9-year-old.
living in a compound house, every time they're back from town or anything like that, she goes to the family friend's house. A young guy, but older than the girl. The girl was a bit more, has a bit of body and things like that. So she really didn't look her age. So every time that happened, as a mom, 9-year-old, you still need to pay attention to them and because they can bath themselves and things like that. But this guy was having sex with the child 3 times a week. Will give the child aspirin, because aspirin is really good to for the nerve. Yeah, for the nerves. It's a good nerve painkiller. I'm not telling anyone to go and be trying and using that. Until it got to a point, because you can't give a child aspirin and all of those hardcore medications. Yes. The girl started getting very ill, seriously ill. She actually died of, lungs failure and all of that.
Oh, wow.
Now, why and how did we know who did that? It was because the guy had told the girl, if you say you will die, you don't tell anybody, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, when a policeman can say, hey, police me say, and then, flex his muscles and things like that. That was when the girl mentioned the guy's name, and the mom collapsed. So
there's a fear, and we had a story that was going on. It just came out from Germany. Was saying that was a threat. Like if you say something to your mom, that was a stepmom abusing it. Yeah. Abusing her. If you say something to your mom, social service will come and take you away. Do we have to be nice? And at the same time, maybe a little bit telling them something that will scare them. Okay, if I don't do it or if I say it, that means I might lose my mom, or he might kill me or something like that. How are we going to encourage young children? Whatever happens,
we tell these children when we go for workshops. Listen, the moment somebody tells you somebody has done this to you and tells you, if you say you will die, is because they themselves are afraid that they will be caught. Okay. So the moment somebody even tries to even touch you or kiss you, and then you move away and it tells you, if you don't know, you tell anybody, you're gonna die. I had a girl the other time. The person was abusing her, told her, if she tells, her mom is gonna die. Okay. So she thinks, oh well, I don't want to lose my mom. Why should I go and tell? Until it got to a point where the man ended up raping her. And then she went through everything, now had to break the son. The good thing is that the mother believed her, which is the first I'm hearing. So we tell the children, the moment you're hearing stories like that, don't be quiet about it, because the person is already putting fear in you, because they are afraid they're going to be in trouble. And
they know what they're doing is
also very wrong. A lot of times too, there are people that use preferential treatment. So even in schools, in classrooms, because they know they have this intention and this intention for you, they treat you a lot more different. So we tell the children, listen, even if your headmaster or your teacher is treating a lot more different than the rest of the children, you've got to be cautious, because they can't treat you differently than 100 or 2 or 20 more students in the class or in the school. You need to be wise. Speak to someone, not in the class. Maybe speak to your mom, speak to your dad. If you can't speak to them, speak to another adult that you trust. Tell them how you feel. Tell them you feel uncomfortable when this person, or tell them how this person is treating you a bit too nicer than everybody else. And then you must be aware, And then once you speak to them, there is already a red flag. So when the person is asking, oh, can you bring books to me in my house or anything like that, you just say no, because the next minute is that they're going to take advantage of you. Wow. So they use preferential treatment, they use power over you, they threat you, and then power is, oh, do you know what? I could be the head of something, or I'm the head of this school, I'm the head of that. If you do this, I can do this to you, and things like that.
I can feel you.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Sama, you like you said, you've had some workshops, and is growing. The organization is growing. Just in case anybody wants to be part of it, maybe help to grow this wonderful organization. How do they have to come up?
They can always contact us on our social media handle. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and then we are on Twitter. They can also email us on info@amacares.org.
Okay.
Info@amacares.org. Phone numbers also, they can also contact us on 073.
Let me have the email and then I'll type it in there just in case.
Info@amacares.
Okay.
Amacares.org.
So is it okay? Info at amacares.org.
Yeah. And then for our phone numbers, we have 2 phone numbers. One in Ghana, which is 00233 5477 81289. The number again is 00233 5477 81289.
Okay.
And here in the UK, we have.
Hold on a minute for me,
okay.
please. Okay, number 4. In the UK.
Yep, it's 004473 080 79
004473
080
okay
79 006
006. Okay. Say the numbers are out there if you want to help, if you want to be part of the organization, if you're in Ghana and maybe you've been through a lot. Like when you go to the workshop, do you have people like youngsters that come and share their story? They always have you experienced like someone coming out? Maybe I've been there, a young person, a young girl, boy, oh, I've been through this, or I've been through that, or parents maybe coming out, my child, I've been through that, or just maybe giving education out there. And
all of our workshops we do, we take survey. Remember, this is not something a child can easily come and say it has happened to me. So with the survey, we tell them it's confidential, and that's how can we able to get information about the school. This amount of people have been abused. But 2 years ago, one of the workshops we did, we had 2 people come out to talk about what, I mean, for this it was a bit more like, if you don't do it, I'm not paying your fees. And we told the children also that there are 3 basic needs every guardian is supposed to provide for them: food, shelter, and then I always say food, shelter, and accommodation, but it's all the same. So food, shelter, and clothing, 3 basic things that a guardian cannot say, I need to sleep with you before I provide that for you. So yeah, where they've come out to share their stories, and then we feel that, and then they tell us exactly what they need, like, oh, can I get like a bit of counseling or things like that. We'll put them through to our professional counselors, because we've got a few counselors who've also volunteered their time to help. So at the moment we are out there, anybody who is willing to help, it could be a doctor, it could be a counsellor, it could be an event personnel, it could be legal personnel, anything like that. We are more than happy to work with them. So we've signposted them to them. Funny enough, I didn't even know the girls were speaking to the council, because they don't share this information with us.
Okay.
No, they don't have to. We don't even have to know. So I only found out last year, just at the end of last year, that, oh, they were still speaking to the counsellor. I said, oh, okay, right, great, fine, good. We're glad they're still speaking and they're learning and they're actually getting their holistic selves back. But we don't get involved in that.
Okay. So from what age group do you usually do the workshop for?
We I would say from 3 to adulthood, but because we target in schools, so we say 3 years to 18 years. Yes, so 3 years to 6 years children have different form of presentations that we do for them, and then from the age up we have different presentation from each age group. That's all I will say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just read some of the comments. We won't comment in the crowd. Mr. Osha, please do share the video. Let's also not change. Do share the video. That was the show that I did last week about child sexual abuse. This guy, 43-year-old, a Ghanaian man, was 25 years in Manchester for doing that. And sometimes the people that we trust, we let them come to our home. And one thing I realize, when you're talking about this, I realize especially being a single parent, there was news that I read. This particular man was going to the house because he found out there was a young little girl in the house. Have you come across any, story like that? Because they just go, not just because I want to be there for the mom, but I want to be there, use the mom and go there because I can see this little girls or maybe boys in.
I was trying to, okay, let me get statistic for you. So the number of children that are at risk, so there's some parents that are they're not married but they live together, cohabitating and things like that. Yeah. The children are about 9 times vulnerable, 9 times to be abused by the man who comes to see the child. And then single parent cohabiting, so single parent, you're just cohabiting with another guy or another woman. That child is about 20%. That's the high risk of a child being sexually abused. That's 20 times high risk of being abused. And then single parent, you've got five times. So when you are cohabiting with the man out there, or the woman out there who comes in and goes, there are times when you leave the child for the man, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're doing your own business because you live together. The child also sees this as my dad or something, but the man, your child is about 20 times more at risk to be. But when it's a single parent, you do your own thing outside. Every now and again, the man comes in and goes and things like that. It's still quite high. It's like 5 times at risk of being. Yeah, it's still quite. No child should ever have to go through it. Not even 1%. Not even one. No child should. So as a single parent, it's worrying because when the man is seeing your child growing, probably the man will probably have been seeing your child being a child growing up. Helping the child bathing the child and things like that. The child gets to a point where she begins to grow and things like that. Oh, my daughter and things like that, and then daddy hugging and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but you got to be careful because that man can easily abuse that child easily, and that child will find it very difficult to come and open up because the child knows that the real dad is not even there, or probably doesn't even know the real dad, or the real dad comes and goes, and there isn't that relationship between him or her and the dad. So this is the next father that he or she has, and he or she has grown to see how this person has been very supportive to mom, to the house and things like that. It is very difficult for that child to come out and then break the silence.
Oh wow. I'm just learning. Okay, and let's talk up here about UK. So when you do workshop in the UK, you two within the, like you said, the ethnic minority, it's just in general thing that you do. It's just go broad within other nationals as well. Yeah,
we look more into gathering ethnic minority children and then parents because we believe that we lack a lot of this kind of education. Remember when we started right from the beginning, whatever knowledge we've had from our parents, we've kind of run with it, and it's like it's men kasa na uncle and all of that. Recently there was an issue from Germany, and the child was like also meka, and the pastor was doing that, was pleading and begging, but the mom goes like, this is true, and the child goes like, listen mom, you don't know the mental implication this is having on me.
We saw that one as well.
Exactly. So it's a matter of gathering a lot of Black African minority. Let's come together, let's learn something, let's learn how we can even preserve our children more. We must remember that our children are the future leaders. Now, when a future leader is destroyed now, how can that child become a future leader in future? So, but when we do our adverts and our promotional materials and everything, we leave them on our social media platform. We share them among people, so anyone can come. But remember that we exist to raise awareness among the African Black BME minority.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good one there. Before, because I've got 8 minutes to go. I was late though, but I've got 8 minutes to go. Before we want to go, you were just talking about organization. You don't have any support or maybe financial support from any other nowhere, like you sell certain things. What are the things that you put out there to sell to support the organization?
So we've kind of come out. I've got one on me. I've got some in my bag. There are different types. I know somebody would be like, oh, this is just very basic. This is just beat or anything like that. But we only started this initiative just last month, and then I can definitely say that it's been very helpful.
Okay.
Because that means that the proceeds that we make out of that, we're able to use that to fund the works that we have to do. So that gives me a little bit of financial break. So that means I don't have to work and then use all my money to that. However, nobody's asked me to do this work. It's a vision, it's passion. I'm passionate about it. And then if it comes to the point where I still need to be digging my hands in my pocket to do it, I would do it. So based on that, some people would rather say, you know what, I'll donate something instead of having to have a bracelet. So they do that.
Okay.
People have always asked, where exactly can we go to be? They want to set up like monthly donation and things like that. Can I just put it out there that our website is being worked on, and it should be out hopefully in next week or a week, in 2 weeks time.
Okay.
So once the website is out, there will be a donation button and people can feel free to anonymously donate what they want to donate. Yeah.
So how much?
Well, in the meantime, we're selling one for £15.
Okay.
Bearing in mind that every penny just goes directly into the organization. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So we've got Amake. But the name though, Amake.
Amake.
How did you come about Amake? Amake, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Ama is your name. I'm assuming Ama is your name. Yeah. And so you care. So it's Amake. Okay, right. So if you need any of this, you can contact me, or you can. I've put in Ama's info there. You can follow them, and on social media handles. It's the same Amake. On Facebook, any of the social medias. You can get one. It's very beautiful. It's very nice, and it's for a good cause. You never know. You never know. You might be through it as well, and you need the courage to come out. We all need to fight this together. We are in. Was it last week? Was when I was talking about this children's one. It was like, it was my children that were abused. It was terrible. And then seeing a picture of a full grown up man and having this. With these children was terrible.
Yeah.
So yes, it's for a good cause. If you need something, it's very nice. It's more African as well.
We do personalized name. We've got people who normally will give us their own names. And we do it for them.
So yes,
we take bulk orders as well. There could be like a shop or something that says, you know what, I'd rather want to have a bulk order to sell with different names, or maybe it could be a group of people that think we need a bulk of it with our own name on it. We do all of them as well. Yeah.
Okay, so if you need one, you can contact Amma for it. When is the next workshop coming? You've got some coming in Ghana. You've got some coming up in Ghana.
Yeah.
When is it?
So we have a workshop on the 13th of February in Ghana, in Laboni SDA. It's going to be a follow-up workshop of what we actually went to do. So what do I mean by a follow-up workshop? It will have the self-defense team to go back and educate the children on how they can prevent themselves from becoming abusers and anything like that.
Okay.
And then the next one that we have here in the UK, which is what I was telling you, that you need to get the girls over, it's going to be in Wallingham. I think I probably sent you the flyer at some point.
Okay, so you just send me the flyer and then we put it out there. Just anyone is interested.
Yeah. And
they have to bring their children as well, boys and girls.
Yeah.
For this education. Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one in Ghana, apart from the one in February the 13th, it will be in March.
In March.
Yeah, we have another one in March, and then there's another one also happening in June as well. There's
Okay.
actually 2 happening, one in Western region and then one in Volta region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Before we go, just if you have anything to add up, the platform is yours. You can say what.
I think
Yes.
we've cut it, but I'll probably just give out the address for the one that we have in
Okay.
just next week.
Okay.
And I'll forward you the information. So the address for that is 399 Limsfield Road. So postcode is CR69HA.
How do you spell the lymph?
Limsfield is LIM.
Okay. And
PSFIELD Road. So that's 399 Limsfield Road, Wallingham, CR69HA. CR69HA. It will be 12 to 2 sharp anyway out there. We would have.
So give me the postcode as postcode is important.
Yeah, CR6.
CR6
9HA.
Sorry, and it's from.
It's 12 to 2. I would forward to you the flyer. It's 12 to 2. We would have the local police there. Last time we did our work, they were there. They were really helpful. They stayed true to the closing.
Okay.
We would also have a personnel from safeguarding department as well. Somebody very high up in this in the I've sent you the information. Safeguarding department, because they believe in the vision, they believe in the work that we do and the work that we do for the community.
There's so much going on within the African community, and we don't say, like we are saying, we don't say nothing, we don't do nothing about it. And even for us, like you saying something about education, when you read when you read more about maybe child abuse, and you go through whatever abuse, physical, mentally, and then you realize at some point we as parents to abuse our children some way, which is it's all depend where we are coming from. It's not even as some of this. That's why we have people in places, and they've given children the voice to speak up. Some, if you work in a school environment, children are very free to tell you whatever if they are going through, and the teachers are obligated to see any signs if there's something going on. That's where social service comes in.
On that really quickly.
They just pick up. Even in this country, they will tell you if you see anything, then you have to call the police.
Yes.
Or like our in Ghana. So yes, it's there, and then like you said, they have to support because it's child safety.
It's important.
It's really important.
It's about child
And
safety.
do you deal with all sort of I forgot to ask this all sort of abuse?
We deal with like you said. I think you mentioned this when you first started. Abuse is broad. But we've taken the sexual abuse, because if you have to say we have to do abuse, that means that our hands will be in everything. And we have people who do the holistic, everything that's to do with abuse and everything like that. But we felt that, and again, remember that the organization was birthed out of a personal experience.
As well.
So we target the area that never gets spoken about.
Especially within the Ghana community.
Especially within the African
community.
Stop saying Ghana community.
Within the Ghana community. There's certain things that we don't do. There's certain things that we don't say.
Within the African
yes. I always use Ghana community because let me talk to my people. It's something that no, be serious. I was born in Ghana, raised in Ghana, so I know what I'm talking about. I have
what you're talking about as well.
I have, my upbringing is very totally different from the way I'm bringing my children.
Of course,
they have a say sometimes, not all the time, but they always have a go, or they have a say to do whatever they want to do.
They can express themselves as well.
Yes, at this point of my life, you still have people to thinking for you, like someone. So this is where we coming from. So assuming my 8-year-old girl tell me, "Mommy, this and that and that." Oh, I want this. Or sometimes when you're doing your hair, I don't want this hairstyle, I want this hairstyle. But you didn't have a chance because
no, of course. It's like,
you have to follow the rules and regulations.
You have to follow the rules, yeah.
So that's why I just keep on.
Yeah.
And even though most of us have traveled, and like this saying goes like that, when you go to Rome, do what Romans do. Yeah. But we're still here, and then we still do what Ghanaians we think it's not even good.
Yeah.
We do it.
It's
but like you said, that's the way our.
It's a trend.
So is it tradition still goes? So it's very difficult to break that chain. Yeah. As a Ghanaians.
So let's all rise up. Let's fight. Let's make a difference. Let's make an impact. And then let's build again. We are all builders. Let's build again. We are fighters. This is not to do with women feminism or sexism or anything like that. It's a feminist issue. A man is a feminist, and I believe somebody would understand that properly. I'm not saying a man is a woman, no, but getting involved in a good fight like this is good. And remember that boys are also being sexually abused, so it's a case of calling all the men and all the women together. Let's fight. And do you know what? In the team we have a lot of men, and I'm so happy because and in most of the presentation we do, the doctors, we don't go and get women, we get men, because this message is coming from a man that is supposed to be a perpetrator. So it makes a lot of difference. So we are calling off the men because they have, well, I won't say they have the power, but they do have power, and the women have the power as well. But having a man share stories of such, it makes a whole lot of difference. So we're calling everyone. It does. We're calling everyone to just rise up.
Like you were saying, there was this video was trending about one of celebrities in Ghana saying women supposed to be in the kitchen, and then that's the place, in the kitchen and the bedroom, and the comment that was coming up mostly was men.
Fantastic.
Was being a bit angry about what he said, which you don't get to see.
These men are feminists, like they're ready to rise together we can fight. So
it gets to a point, enough is enough. So assuming if you have a child, you're a man, you're a parent, and your 6 year, 5 years, or maybe 10-year-old child get abused. We take things easy. A man would just go and do something, we put him even behind bars. So they take, when they are up for it, they are up for it, but when they are not, they can't be bothered.
Let's all rise up and do something different.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Maybe in future I'll have you here. I'll still have to find the age.
I know.
And I still have to find, one or two things.
Of course, no, feel free.
About you. I just, it's personal, so I just don't want to ask you. But I forget to ask, do you have children?
No, I don't have children.
You don't? Okay. So maybe,
I think I'm going to be very overprotective.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Children. And because I had to build, slowly the skills of the walls are coming up, because I built this massive wall around me that even if a lady touches me, I'm like, excuse me, like in my heart, I'm like, don't touch me, don't touch me. And if a man should just touch me like this, in my heart, I'm like, how dare you touch me without my consent?
Like we are saying, it have, like I read a lot about all these, crazy stories or news articles that I read, and this one that I read long ago was a guy who raped a child, I think 3-year-old boy, on the public toilet. They were in a restaurant, and then when you go, you don't think something like that will happen at a restaurant. So you just, mommy, I want to see you, go and read, thinking, okay, I've got my eye on you. And then when they went to this, the man was on top of this little girl, this little boy. So, and then going back to where he was coming from, he was abused.
Yeah, a lot of
people are abused. And when you look at Michael Jackson's story, when you were abused when you were a child, then you become overprotective, because you have your child, you don't want anybody to get close. Even when somebody is trying to wipe them, when they've done whatever, you still think, are they going to touch her or him or something like that? So
it become
it's not just your fault.
Don't touch me. I'm like, take your hands off me.
And if you are not strong enough, it doesn't go away. It's something you have to live with it.
Yeah.
I always say, whatever happens to you from your childhood till now, you can still remember.
Every day
can still remember
stronger.
the good times I had with my, especially mama, even including Akoto during the Christmas or maybe when you're going for our day. So you still, the Fanta that, you remember everything. The same way that everything that happens to you, unless you have to put a blind eye and then move on with your life, because there are certain negatives that can hold a person down there, so you just look at the positive side and go. That doesn't mean you forget about what's
happened. So
it's a good one. I would try and see if I could bring the girls. Like I said, they have. I'm someone. I'm typical Ghanaian. I just I allow them to grow a little bit. But now that things were becoming a little bit scary and crazy. Things are becoming very crazy nowadays and scary. So I decided to sit them there and then try to educate them a little bit. And lucky for me, my elders, because when they get to year 6, get to know certain things, and then the little one, I have to tell and then I have to tell her just in case of anything. You call the police, even if you don't want to talk to me.
It's necessary.
You just you can.
Because that gives the child that encouragement to want to do that. So remember what we stand for. Amakas. We just want to help raise awareness and break the silence. So we have a slogan. I want to do that together with you right here. So when I say Amakas, I want to hear you say speak out.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready for
you. Ready?
Yes.
So Amakas.
Speak out.
Amakas.
Speak out. Speak out as a girl. Speak out as a boy. So,
exactly.
For the Baba Dana. Hello. The Baba. Like we were saying, child sexual abuse is something else going on there. I went to Ghana, was it 2017, and like you're talking about this girls, they grow quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, they do.
So then we have this, even my child, 11-year-old, she can even carry me. So that's how they are. And then this girl, I was at a shop buying something, a small shop, and there was boys around the shop, and then there was this girl coming to buy. Again, we know you are a girl, like when you have this haircut
and everything.
So coming to buy something, and the boy was like wearing a bit short dress. Oh, we cram it in and I was so upset. I was so angry, and I was like, "What is going on?" And there was the issue going about 4-year-old girl got raped, and then the gender whatever was saying something the way we dress our children. I said, "This is the country that we live in. Everybody can go naked. That doesn't give you
the right
to go and touch." So, like you said, you're educating them. Even the boys as well, they have to know. And some people doesn't even know Ghana we have age consent, because we don't know. I was 16 years, I was very sexually active. So we don't even know that you're supposed to.
We had a guy that was volunteering with us once, and then for him, when we told him about it, the guy literally started shaking. He was like, "That's it. I'm not," because he was about 25, 25, and then he would rather go for somebody who's like 16.
Yes.
And then he was shaking, like, "That's it. I mean, I'm breaking up with that girl." I'm like, "Well, you better do it now."
A lot of people. We had
to even stop working with him, because every time, because we do scrutinize our team, and we need to make sure that because of what you are doing, or because of the organization you're working with, and because of the image and the brand, you can't just be working for an organization that advocates against something and you are a perpetrator of it. No. So we are very careful the people we take on board as volunteers. We are very careful the people who come to work. We scrutinize you. We do a bit of a nass about you, but you don't know.
I love it back. Like we got your social media. Like if you can follow Amakas organization on Facebook. You have Instagram, Twitter,
and then you can email us.
No. What about YouTube? Do you share some of your website?
YouTube is going to be live by the end of next week, but we have a lot of our works that we're going to be sharing.
Right.
We also starting Amakas TV on Omi TV, so it's going to be on digital. So that's that. yeah, so that's also going to be
okay. Then that's good stuff there. Okay, thank you so much for coming. If you have anything that you have to say, maybe a certain people you have to, say thank you to, you still.
Oh, great.
Let me just give you maybe 2 minutes.
Thank you. Well, so thank you so much for having us on your
okay.
show today, Afia. It's been amazing. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my team. Are you cool, guys? Because it's been all of your hard work, your dedication, your commitment that has brought us here. And a special thanks goes to Ruth Baden, our secretary. You've been amazing. You've been selfless to the work that we do. You've been very committed. We want to say that we love you. And thanks to Abrantipa, our content writer, who makes sure that things are done and done very well before they go out. And to the rest of the team, to Danny, to Pa, the finance team, we say thank you, and everybody else. To Ben for all the graphics you do for us, we say thank you, and the rest of you, I can mention all of your names. Are you cool, team? Let's get this going. We can make an impact. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Beautiful. I don't know. I'll still, I'll see you in Chambers for the end. you look like 18 years old.
Let's keep it like that. Okay. 16.
So thank you so much for joining me on the Afia show. I've learned so much from you and what the organization, is doing for, our community as, Black people, and then in Ghana as well. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. It was very lovely to have you here. Not as I always speak the truth when against me or my family. Okay, so yes, it was here for why people? Okay, I don't know. Because of you, I get it. I was and I didn't brought for by because I'm not English tea and to me brought for by. Now topic no yet me and can one say because I was a little bit late. As I'm talking to you, I need to rush back and go and pick my girl from school. So next week I'm not here. Next week is Valentine's Day. You know where I'm going to be at Blessingham events. North London, just say, and yes, please get your ticket. The flyers are on Facebook. If you need a ticket, you can even holler me or inbox me, whatever, and I'll give you the instruction or where you can get the ticket to buy. It's Valentine's Day. Come with your loved ones. If you don't have a loved one, come with yourself. Self-love is very important. So come as well. Come with your loved ones. Come by yourself is good. So the following week I'll be here, and then the Afia show is going to go on after the Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Thank you so much for being my guest for nearly 2 hours. Thank you so much. Kwame didn't come on board today. So thank you so much, everybody who were able to share the video, your comments. I couldn't read all the comments, but hey, thank you. And if I don't meet you on Fridays, Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day in advance to you all. And please do like our page on Facebook, Starr Radio UK. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Starr Radio. And you can like my page on Fedria TV on Afia Serwah Akoto. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening and a happy weekend to you all. For life, I wanna wake up by your side. For life, do some crazy things for life. For life, not me and you. For life, because of you I get it cool. All over, this feeling got me falling. All over, get tired of something they do me for body, all over. I make me spend this money, all over. Not because of you, I get to goosebumps.